Hello, hello. Oh, sorry about that. Thank you, Addison. Sorry, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all being here. Welcome, welcome. Thanks so much, everyone, for being here. Today, I want to talk to you all about, do you even believe you can lose weight? I really want to dive into this subject a little bit because that belief, whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, is going to impact your results. And I really want to make sure that for those of you who find yourself feeling like, man, I so want to lose weight, but I'm just not sure that I can, that today you walk away feeling much more confident, much more positive, much more focused and believing in yourself. So I'm really excited to give you that today. A few things. I apologize to any of you in the inner circle. I am so sorry. My back is still just giving me grief, and I'm sitting today. I'm sitting. Sometimes many of you are so sweet in reaching out to me, and I thank you so much. You know, it's so frustrating, you know, one of those things of getting into a car accident. That's not your fault. And dealing with all the pain. It's just incredibly frustrating. And it makes me upset when I can't be with all of you. So thanks for your patience with that. And I so appreciate all of you and all your love and your comments and everything. So, you know, you just never know with this little back, but I try to give you as many tools as I can, no matter what. So let's talk about, if you don't believe that you can lose weight, let's look at why. What's going on inside of you? What's happening? So I want you to kind of give yourself a little bit of an assessment here. 0 to 100%. 100% going, heck yes, I absolutely 100% believe in myself that I can lose weight and keep it off. Or 1%. I don't know if I could do that. Where are you at? Kind of just give yourself a percentage. Give yourself, kind of think about this for a second, because this is going to help inform some of the decisions and some of the areas that I want you to focus on in terms of your belief in yourself. So where do you feel? Like, how do you feel? Do you feel like you can lose weight? Or do you feel like, no, I'm at about 50%. I'm at about 70%. I'm 100%. I totally know I can do this and I can keep it off. I am certain of it. And in noticing this percentage, I want you to think about, okay, maybe you're at a 50%, maybe you're at a 30%, maybe you're at 80%, 90%. What would help you believe and see and know that you can lose weight and keep it off forever? And here's the interesting thing. When I got married, and I've shared this a little bit with some of you. When I got married, I thought somehow I was just going to know 100%. Like, this guy, my husband, Josh, is the 100% for me. I thought that the angels would come down and give me this total and intuitive 100% yes. And here's the thing. And I love seeing these percentages. 70%, 85%, awesome. Those are so high, good. And here's the thing. It's like being married and staying married to my husband now, I didn't know if it was going to work. I choose and he chooses. We choose to keep working on our marriage and keep working on it and working on it. But there was not 100% like guarantee. I just went in going, I'm committed. I'm deciding to make this work, you know, from my perspective, and I'm going to do everything I possibly can to make this work. Period. I've seen it work with my parents. I've been lucky to see a marriage of almost 50 years of my parents. I've seen it all around me. So, of course it's going to work. I just had that belief, but I didn't know. I thought I would know. And this is the same thing. With weight loss, it's like just making the decision to be somebody who's lighter, somebody who's just going to commit to being somebody who's lighter, leaner, healthier, and just recommitting all the time. That will help you start to believe. Now, after 12 years of marriage. I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to be married. No, I'm just kidding. It hasn't been that long. But you know what I mean? Like after 12 years, it's like, yes, this is it. This is what we're doing. We're in this for forever. God willing, you know? So I like to think about, yes, when it comes to weight, of course, with a marriage, it's two people making that decision. When it comes to your weight loss and keeping it up, it is about making the decision around who you want to be, who you get to be, and continuously making that decision. Just like in a marriage, you've got to go, whoa, what am I doing that's not really making my husband happy or my wife happy, right? What am I doing that's not working that I need to adjust? How can I take full responsibility to do what I can, my half of the work, to make this hopefully work, right? And the same thing with your body, with weight. When you look at the percentage of how you feel about your ability to lose weight, it always starts with your belief in making that decision. Have you made the decision that you're going to be somebody who's a certain size or a certain weight range? Have you made that decision? Is that in your core? Do you feel that? Or when you make that decision, does something else happen inside of you? Do you start going, oh, no, I can't do that? Or, oh, that's not true. Like, what happens inside of your mind? Because if you make that decision and you keep making that decision, despite having those little thoughts inside of your head going, I don't think you can. I'm not sure. Genetically, you're predisposed to be bigger, heavier. This is going to be too hard. You can't do this. If you're going to let those thoughts take you out of the game, then it's going to be so much harder. But if you know those thoughts are your old programming, the old you, your old way of being, then what's going to happen is you're going to easily override your thinking over and over and over again and focus on where you want to go, who you want to be, okay? So this is what I want you to be focusing on. What are you deciding? Have you made the powerful decision that I am going to be somebody who, and when I have thoughts that don't support me, when I have thoughts that keep me from being thin, light, healthy, vibrant, my best self, I'm going to look at them. I'm going to see what the purpose is. Why are they there? What is going on? And if you're like, you know what, I don't want to do the work of even focusing on why they're there, what's going on, then what I want you to do is just focus on redirecting it. Like, if you don't want to deal with all the mind work, then just redirect it and be like, that's just my brain thinking these thoughts. I'm going to keep focusing on being this person. One of the things that happens, and we see this a lot with my clients, is you start losing weight, and then all of a sudden, that feeling good doesn't feel super comfy. Being light, being leaner, seeing yourself go, woo, I'm looking good. There's something that feels a little uncomfortable in that, because maybe you haven't properly conditioned this great way of feeling inside of you about looking and feeling good. And so then that's when the self-sabotage starts to seep in. And if that's happened to you, and we see that happen, is that bringing your brain back, bringing your thoughts back to the decision to be that person and to work through your ability and belief in yourself to make your weight loss and keep it off, and look at what's going on emotionally inside of you. That's where then, for those of you who are really close to your desired weight, or you're there, or you notice you're bouncing back and forth between losing weight, gaining, yes, it means that when you start to lose weight, there's something in your mind that happens, something in your body, something that occurs inside of you that goes, uh-oh. And it could be, uh-oh, this feels good. I don't have to think about it anymore. So you keep your eye just is like, screw it, I'm doing so great, it doesn't matter, let me just keep going and playing and doing whatever, I don't have to think about this anymore. And then slowly these old habits starts to pop in. Or you're not comfortable yet, and that's the word, yet, with this new you. And so bringing new thoughts, beliefs, awareness, comforting that part of you that's like, wow, this is new. This feels different. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Then that's when you start to bring in thoughts around and beliefs around, I'm safe. I got this. I can do this. I can be this person. So I want to make sure that all of you are really clear about your thoughts and beliefs around, can you make this happen? It's like when you buy a car. Have you ever bought a car and you're like, oh my God, I love this new color car. I love this car. It's so cool. When did they make this car? I've never even seen this car. And then you buy this car and you're driving it around and you see it everywhere. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not the only one. I see it everywhere. Everybody has this car now. It's the same way with your thinking. If you think that you can lose weight and then you give your brain evidence all the time that it can, and you're like, whoa, I can lose weight. Oh, I'm doing it. Look at me. Oh my goodness. Everybody can lose weight. And that's why I believe everybody can lose weight, because I see it all the time. When you start seeing that, whoa, my body can lose weight. It's like driving. It's like, oh my goodness. Everybody has the same color car as me. Everybody has this Acura MDX like me. Wow, who knew? So what do you need to believe in order to continue keeping the belief strong that you can lose weight? When you believe that you can lose weight, when you go from thinking that you're broken, that it's genetics, that there's something wrong with you, when you go from that to really believing in yourself, is that going to be comfortable? Yes or no? Let me take a sip of water here. Is that going to be comfortable? When you try on a new belief, it's like trying on a new sweater or a new something that doesn't feel super comfy. It's like trying on a scratchy sweater. It doesn't feel totally comfy at first. Yes, you want it. Yes, you might want that sweater. Yes, you want that thinner body. But it doesn't feel so comfy because you haven't really gotten used to that new sweater yet. Your body hasn't gotten used to it. Your mind hasn't gotten used to it. Yeah, you're right, Eva. Exactly. So that's the decision. When you decide these things, when you begin thinking these things, your brain goes, wait a second. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if this is in the cards for me. I'm not sure weight loss can really happen for me. I've had so many failed attempts. You know what? Why would this work? Why would I be able to do it this time? Because nothing works for me. Those are all your thoughts and your beliefs. But what if there was something that could work for you? What if there was that? Think of all the people. I think of all the thousands of women I've had the incredible pleasure of working with over 24 years. They didn't know if my work was possible for them. They didn't know if they could lose a pound. Anybody who's ever lost weight starts going, I don't know, I'm going to give it a try. Well, let's hope. But that hope, that seed of hope is what plants itself in your brain and keeps you going. That seed of hope that's like, yes, I believe there is that part of me that can be thinner, lighter, happier, healthier. And we have to keep watering that seed of hope. And the more you water it and love yourself and recognize when you've watered it, the more you will bloom into having the body that you want. But it takes consistency. Consistency is an interesting thing, isn't it? Consistency is one of those things. It's like, I know I need to be consistent. But if you're seeing up and downs in your weight, it means that either your process is broken or the consistency is not there, quite tightened up a little bit. And so creating the consistent thoughts and beliefs along with consistent actions will help support you to have consistent weight loss. And yes, weight loss is one of those things that I see, like people lose weight and then they just plateau for a bit, lose weight and then plateau, lose weight, plateau. And it's an interesting thing because I feel like the plateau is almost your body's way of saying, thank you. Let me get used to this now. And now I'm ready to now pop off more weight. And so I really want you to be thinking about this on a soul level, a heart level. Do you believe you can lose weight? Do you believe that the process that you're going through to lose weight is something that you can do forever and ever and ever? Do you believe that? Because if, let's say, Miss Christie, you're on a 500 calorie a day diet, or you do HCG or something like that, is that something you can keep up with? Because if that isn't doable, people come to me are like, okay, Marna, I'm going to do HCG, or I'm going to do this. I'm going to get down to my weight that I want to be at. And then I'll do your thin within method. Then I'll do the thin within way. And I go, okay, let's see how that goes. And what often happens is they go, oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'm doing great, Marna. I'm doing so well. Things are going well. I'm losing weight. I'm losing weight. This HCG or whatever it is doing great. And then they're like, I can't stand it anymore, Marna. You were right. I can't stand it. Our brain needs choice, options, and it needs to feel a sense of freedom. Now, you can find that through an HCG style approach. You can find that through intermittent fasting. You can find that in a lot of different ways if you have your mind set up properly. But I always think that this is not as much a food issue as a mental issue if you're struggling with weight. Why? Because overeating is not a food issue in terms of like, it's a mind issue. It's what we tell ourselves. Oh, I can't stop eating. This is so good. I don't want to stop, right? That's not a food issue. The food's just laying there. It doesn't have feelings. It's just laying there. It's what we do with that. It's the thoughts before the overeating, the late night eating, the emotionally turning to food. That's why everybody, you've got to do the mental work here. And it starts by making the decision and telling yourself you can do this. Absolutely, you can lose weight. You can make it happen. And that choice and that decision, it's a decision. It's just like the decision I made to get married. I make every day to stay in my relationship with my husband. Now, there are times where it's a little dicey, where I'm like, not sure I made the best decision. Not sure. Maybe there's some bright, shiny object out there that would look a little better or be a little nicer or I get along with better, right? There are moments that I can feel that way. But then you know what I do? I just reconnect, think about who I want to be, what I want to be in relationship with him, and look at how I can help support myself in being a great partner. And ask for what I need and do the actions to help support a marriage. And so this is similar. And I know some of you are like, well, I'm divorced, Marna. This is a terrible analogy. Or I'm single. I get it. But you can understand. I like using some of these metaphors and analogies so that you can see that sometimes in the area of making a decision and commitment and choice, you can go, oh yeah, that's so easy to do in my marriage. Wait a second, I can just do the same thing in my relationship with food, in relationship to my body, in relationship to how I'm showing up with myself, with movement. Yeah, you can. And that's why I like giving you these different analogies, because they really make sense sometimes in one area. Like I have many clients who are like uber successful, amazing women. And they're like, Oh, yeah, I can use the area of my success with wealth or money or whatnot, and I can use it in the same area here. Yes. Success strategies are success strategies. Mindset strategies are mindset strategies. Using your mind to help you lose weight is the best way to lose weight, in my opinion, because you're carrying your head around all day long and you're carrying your beliefs around with you all day long. And if your beliefs need some up leveling, then what you can start using are what I call bridge thoughts, bridging the thought from where you are now to where you want to be. I'm in the process of creating a 145-pound body. I'm in the process of getting into, I'm in the process of wearing a size 8, a size 6, a size 12, a size 20. I don't care. And then get clear of who you get to be as that person. What if today, here's my challenge today for you. Decide the weight, the size, the range you want to be. Not to put pressure on you, but to hunker down and go, I'm this person. Okay? I just want you energetically to decide who you want to be. And if that's a weight range, if that's a size, if that's just a feeling, make that decision. And then from that place today, I want you to go act as if you are that person in every single way. How you speak, how you show up to a meal, how you participate in life, how you feel, what you tell yourself. And when your head goes to the old you just bring it back and you're going to pretend. And what would happen if you just kept pretending? What would happen? Your thoughts would be different. Your actions would be different. You'd feel good. You'd stand differently. You'd feel differently. You'd walk the walk. You'd talk the talk. So many of you know this because you've done this at work and catapulted your career this way. Whenever I talk to really successful men and women in their career, they go, I don't know, I just had to fake it till I make it. When I was put in charge of a team when I did hospice work, when I was the VP of marketing for hospice, before I went, I was on my own doing this work. And then I was like, I need to learn about business. I didn't go to business school. I'm a psych background. I'm an ed background. My background's psych and ed. How do I do business? So then I worked at a high-end mall doing marketing. Then I got a job as VP of marketing. Didn't know how to lead a team. And I'm sure at some point it showed. And I faked it till I made it. I grew the hospice by 40% in the first quarter of working there. How? I just faked it. I just faked it until we made it. You've done that too. You've taken a job and you're like, I know how to do that. And what do? You figure it out. So yes, it's about pretending that you're 125 pounds, Eva, walking the walk, talking the talk, doing the do, being the bee. You pretend. Imagine, what would my 125-pound self do? Feel, and you start saying it, acting it, being that way. What would she do? Honor her body? Yeah. Be kind to herself? Yeah. Take action? Yeah. Move a little? Yeah. When I get mean or celebrate when you're doing things well? Yes. All of that. So what if you were to just pretend to be that person? I would love to know. If you're up for it and you're up for the challenge, I want you to pretend being that person. Ooh, that could be a fun challenge, Kate, inside of the inner circle, right? Pretending to be who you want to be. The fake it till you make it. Wouldn't that be fun, guys, who are in the inner circle? That'd be really cool. And for those of you who are like, I want more of this work. I want to keep doing this work. The 30-day challenge opens tomorrow for those of you who have never taken the challenge before. So make sure you're on the wait list. I'm going to tell you what we do inside of the challenge. First week, we start practicing eating when your body is hungry. What does hunger feel like to you? Practice, 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 practice. Let's see what's going on inside of your body. Let's align with it. Then we start looking at the end of the meal. We look at emotional eating. We look at where you're breaking down, where your brain is breaking down and having thoughts that are not supporting you. And then we look at putting it all together and practicing until you get down to your desired weight. That's why this gets such good results, because it's loving, it's kind, it's holistic. We listen to our bodies. We don't make ourselves wrong. And there's lots of rewards. There's lots of rewards that we build into it as well. So pretend. What would it feel like? I would love to hear from some of you. What would it feel like? And then I'll go through all your questions. And so if you have questions, feel free to put in the comment section that you want me to address. What would it feel like to step into this and just pretend? To pretend just for a day. Are you dressed the way you want to be dressed? Are you feeling the way you want to be feeling? Are you looking the way you want to be looking? Tell me. Like, what would have to change if you were to pretend you were like, I am this person, I am this weight. Boom. And just kept believing it and kept believing it and kept believing it. Do you know how many clients have lost weight just by doing that? Just by creating a practice of connecting to who they want to be and visualizing it every single day, and just bringing that energy back to that vision. What would that be like? What would be different about right now? Or I should say, what would be different between your life before today and your life right now if you were to start believing it and practicing it and playing with this? Those are fun questions to ask yourself and to explore inside of you. It would feel amazing, like coming home to my true self. Okay, so Christine, you have the opportunity every single day to ignite this. The key, everybody, is igniting it. We get busy. We find other things to do. I know, we're all busy. And so what if you made a practice, a 2-minute, 5-minute practice of igniting that you? Maybe you read something, and maybe it's a mini vision that you read, and that as you once you wake up, you breathe that in, you feel it, and then you go on your way. Could you imagine what that would do for your life? And then anytime somebody gives you a look like, and you interpret it as like, oh, they think I look big, or oh, I'm going to this party and I don't feel so great in my clothes. You just bring it back. But you know what? That's okay. Those are my thoughts. That's just my brain. I'm becoming this 125, 160, 180, I don't care, that person now. And what would feeling comfortable in your own body mean to you? That's the power you have right here every single day. Are you going to activate your brain and use it to help support you to lose weight? Or are you going to use it to tell you you're wrong, you're broken, there's something not working that needs fixed? Or fixing, I should say. It's my, I was watching, have you guys watched the Fab Five, where they come in and they do like, they do a makeover on somebody. And the makeover, they're in Japan this season. I think this is the updated season. They're doing a makeover for people in Japan right now. And there was a language barrier. I was watching this. And every time I watch it, I cry because I feel like it's my work. Like I feel like this is my work. And I feel like they give people the gift of living again. This one woman had lost her sister, and she had been running this hospice, and she felt so upset that she didn't give her sister the life or the end of life that she wishes she would have. And now she does this hospice. And this woman was living and in this space, not taking care of herself and just focused on everybody else. So much so, when they asked her, "Where are you sleeping?" she said, "Under a table." And I thought, oh my gosh, she's given so much of herself. She's not even sleeping in a bed. And I just thought, you know what? This matters. You matter. And it touched me because I think of all of you. And I think that, one, this is not a dress rehearsal. You'll hear me say that a lot. Two, you get to practice and act as if. What they do in the Fab Five, what they do is they help her feel and act as if she is amazing right now, because she is, or he is, or whoever they're working with. And because they put the clothes and they get the feeling, they don't change their bodies. They can't do that. They only have a week with them or whatever it is. They feel amazing when they leave. Why? Because somebody believes in them. Somebody sees their light. Somebody says, you matter. Yes, we're going to change your hair. Yes, we'll give you some makeup. Yes, we'll do some clothes. Yes, we'll do some of those things. But most importantly, we're going to make you feel valued and important. And so I really want you to give you that gift to yourself. Okay? I would dress better, wear clothes that are more form-fitting. I'd be able to move with ease. I'd feel proud and accomplished. I would be a great example to all. I would be able to touch my toes without difficulty breathing. I'd feel really proud. So Eva, what you do today, start feeling really proud that you are being that person. Right? Start feeling like you're an example right now to all. Start getting good at touching your toes. Start it all now. Wear clothes that make you feel and look your best now. Don't wait. I wanted to address Miss Christine, that you said, I feel like I'm broken because I have only ever lost weight on a no-fat 500-calorie diet. I was lied to by the program director, was specifically asked that this. So here's the thing, Christine, you get to change. You get to choose. You get to choose what you think, how you feel about yourself. You get to choose it. And I encourage you to look at like the 30-day challenge where I can help guide you for 4 weeks, and you can see how you can lose weight without dieting, without going on something so rigid, something that you could do for the rest of your life. If you haven't tried a holistic way of losing weight, this is an amazing opportunity for you to do this. It's so powerful. This work is so unbelievably transformative. Not because it's me, because this work, when you really step into this power over and over and over and over and over, and you really get your brain helping you and supporting you, and you see that this negative fat or chatter is just there to stay and you can absolutely move through it, you will see results. And this is where long-term weight loss comes from. It comes from believing in yourself, developing tools that help support you, like listening to your body, developing the physical tools, the mental tools, the emotional tools, and knowing that you can depend on yourself to be the person that you want to be. Wow, I really look like, we have a new guinea pig, and look at all this. This guinea pig, little Daisy Jane, is scratching me up. So, Eva, I'm so excited for you to commit to this today. Christine, I'm so excited for you to commit to this. Michelle, I know I make it sound easy, but actually the practice of committing and creating a practice doesn't have to be hard. Don't make it hard. You put a little note card by your bed, an image of you that maybe you like or love or feels good, or if it's hard for you to see it, and you just take 3 to 5 minutes. Feel into that person you want to be and activate her over and over and over through the day by acting as if, pretending over and over and over. You do that for 30 days. And that's where you're going to see, without a doubt, you would have to see a positive difference. I can't imagine that you wouldn't if you're acting as if. I've done this in my business. I've done this in my family and personal life. So now it's time to do this in your body. Yes. It's amazing, right? We do this all over the place. Why don't you do this now for your body? Because sometimes we have belief, I can't, I'm not sure how this is going to work. I'm not sure if I can do it. Let all that crap go and just pretend and recommit and recommit and recommit. But what's going to need to happen is you've got to have a practice of doing that. Which is why I really like the practice of doing this first thing in the morning, having a card next to you, putting this statement in front of you where you go to the bathroom, have it on your dash of your where you drive, wherever you need to. It doesn't matter. You put it everywhere. So your brain sees, knows who you're becoming, and your actions align with it. Awesome, Kay. I am so happy you are 95%. Woohoo! You feel like you can stay within 2 to 3 pounds? Yes. I want all of you to really get that. You know how hard it would be to just be like, I'm going to be 125 pounds and just 125. I always like you to have a range of weight because we are not just 1 pound people. We've got a range. So if it's 120 to 130, awesome. You're in that range. 122 to 126, great. We all need a range. And I agree. We need 3 pounds, 4 pounds, 5 pound range. I like a 5 pound range, ideally. Because I think, we're cyclical people. Sometimes we eat a little more salt. The weight shows a little more. Sometimes we have a little more fun on a weekend and it shows a little bit more. But if you have this range that you're like, yeah, I know how to keep myself in this range, amazing. It takes the pressure off to be this exact number. So I want all of you copying, pretending, acting as if you are that person within that range of weight or size, whatever inspires you the most. Act as if in everything you do today. Play with it. Pretend you're an actress. Go full out and see what happens to your body. And if you feel inspired tomorrow and through the next couple of days, the first day of the challenge, the first day of the next 30-day challenge is April 12th. That's a Monday. So we've got 10 days or so before we go live. So if you would like to join me tomorrow, doors open for all of you newbies, and I would love to have you newbies. Right now, for any of you who are repeats and want to take the 30-day challenge again, you received an email. If you didn't receive that email, you let me know, okay? All right, you're going to do it. I'm so excited. This is going to be so fun. All right, go practice, go act as if you've got this. Make it happen today. I'm sending you so much love, so much possibility. Make the decision and let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. You got this. All right. Sending you love, everybody. Big hugs. Thanks for all your interaction today. That was super fun. Bye, everybody.